What's going on, guys? This is Eric, aka the Odorous Bag, here today with a box opening. So this is the Hyperkin Duke. This is modeled after the original Xbox controller, released all the way back in, I believe, 2002 or 2003. This is I know a lot of other places have covered it, but to me this is a little bit of a nostalgia trip, as this is by far my favorite controller of all time. So let's go ahead and get right to the box opening. Now, opening the box is just going to be simple. It's just a little pick up and let the box drop. Inside the box, you are greeted with the controller itself, as well as a startup guide and a thank you note from the original developers. One name to note is going to be all the way at the top here, if I could get the camera to focus. And yes, that's going to be Denise Chadahari. I cannot pronounce her last name. I am so sorry. But she was the one that originally designed the controller. So, and then of course it comes with the controller itself. And this is actually a second take. There was a little bit of a peel away here, but the camera stopped recording on me. But this is the controller. It feels scarily just like I remember. It retains the two black and white buttons at the top, as well as the jelly bean style face buttons, the original style D-pad, and start and back buttons. This is eerily exactly like I remember, like almost exactly, like maybe just a little newer feeling. It also feels incredibly natural. Like I've seen the other reviews and a lot of people saying that the shoulder buttons here aren't very natural, and I don't know what people are talking about. I can get to these pretty fine. Like, I have no issues. So, yeah. This is the Hyperkin controller. Now, you might be wondering where the original Xbox logo is. We'll get right to that. So, in order to do that, we need this, which is a very generously long cable. And connecting said cable will provide us a little bit of a treat. So, I am going to do here is connect this part in over here, like so. If it will let me, there we go. And then we plug the USB side in, which right on top of my computer here. And you get the original Xbox loading screen. That is freaking sweet. And your Hyperkin Duke is ready to go. We will be doing a little bit of testing tomorrow during my live stream. A little bit to note here, it feels incredibly natural. Hitting the center button, the Xbox home button, it will just do that all over again. That's freaking sweet. I'm sorry. I was like, I feel like I'm just incredibly young again, and it's freaking awesome. There are a couple updates here, like the start and back buttons are now the menu and share buttons. I believe that's what they're now called. You also have two shoulder buttons, which, like I said, I could get to naturally. So this is an amazing gift from my wonderful father. And I can't wait to start using this with games like Forza, or, you know, more action-oriented games like Darksiders. This is probably going to end up being my daily driver. And then just for comparison's sake, let me just go ahead and bring over my Xbox One Elite. So this is my Elite controller here. And then this is the Duke. There's a bit of a size difference. And to me, I'm a guy with pretty big hands. Like, if you look at the comparison of my hand, I can pretty much just grip the Xbox One Elite controller. I do not have small hands. Can I do the same with the Goliath or the Duke? No. But, as you can see, my hand fits like a glove. It was almost like this controller was designed for me. Another bit of trivia here is that Denise, person I mentioned before, she did the original design for this controller. And originally, this was just one circuit board that they had to put all the buttons and the joysticks on, and that's why it's so big. And that's why it got criticisms for being so big. When the Type S came out, they actually layered the 2 circuit boards so that it could support a much smaller design. That's why you have the Duke and the Type S. So, that being said, a lot of people like the Type S, and a lot of people like this. And to me, I missed this controller, and I'm glad that there's a modernization of it. So, yes. Thank you so much for watching. This is the Odorous Bag, signing off.